Hi you guys. This is not the best time to record because it's so dark. I'm out on a walk with my little girl, taking her for a stroll in the afternoon because she was so tired and I wanted her to make it through the evening in one piece. Hold on, I need to cross the street. So I'm going for a walk with her and it's getting dark already, which as you know I enjoy, but it's not ideal for filming. But I just wanted to let you know that I decided to do my Vlogmas a bit more vlog style and to collect snippets throughout the day. I'm just going to try it out and then I'm going to collect bits of material here and there over the weekend, and then I'm going to upload this on Monday, I hope. Yeah, so every so many days I think I'm going to put a vlog on my channel, which doesn't mean that I don't get to sit down with you and really like talk to you. That could also be, will also be snippets that I include in those vlogs, but you know what I mean. So, yes, and I wanted to tell you that I have been shopping today. Oh man, that was not fun. That wasn't as much fun because, hold on. So yeah, I went shopping today, just for a little bit. I ran a few errands that I had to run, and I had the chance to leave the kids with my husband and go on my own, so I didn't have to push a stroller through all the Christmas shoppers. So that was good. But shopping isn't my favorite at all, as you know, and all the Christmas shopping craziness isn't at all what I'm here for. So yeah. That wasn't fun on a Saturday before Christmas. Yeah, well, but I had to run a few errands and I got to do it on my own and I got to be quick. And I found a few things that I was looking for, and then I found a few things I wasn't looking for, but that I grabbed anyway, which is something I try to avoid. So impulse buys are not usually what I really go for. I try to not lean into the impulse buys, but I just got a few things. I'm going to show you, I think tomorrow, what I got. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Bye guys.
Umso lauter ihr Hörer, desto höher fliegt auch die Fackel. Alle Daumen. Habt ihr das gesehen?
Hello you guys. Okay, so I'm back for a little Advent Vlogmas check-in with you. I will later today try and put together a video for you that covers this weekend, sort of. And with this little bit that I'm recording right now, I want to catch you up on what I've been doing and what I've been getting, because I've been running a few errands on a weekend in December, yay. So that wasn't initially the plan, but it was good that I did it. Because I still needed a few things. I'm one of those people who are done with their Christmas shopping pretty early. I'm also a person to communicate Christmas wishes to my family, for the kids mostly, in September or something. People don't think about Christmas, but I get hectic and I'm like, people, what do you wish for? You have to tell me now. So, anyway, so I wanted to get a few more items off my list, just little things, but things that would bother me otherwise. And also I'm not a huge shopper, so I don't like shopping per se. As I told you before, we don't do a lot of Christmas shopping, but then again, some things are exchanged and some things are nice. And also, yeah, when I send people packages, like I send just a few packages to friends, and we just have like small sort of Christmas gifts and stuff, but you do include a little bit of candy and a little bit of this and that. So yeah, I had to get those things. And I took my kids to a Christmas market and I tried to film a little bit there. It's our favorite Christmas market. It's on a farm that is just literally around the corner. So there is a little farm in Berlin. That is a half an hour walking distance from our place. And we really like to go there on the weekends a whole lot, or when the kids are homesick but not ill. I take them there to sort of air them out, or, you know, we go there whenever we can, really, because it's fun. They have animals, they have a pottery, they have a weaving and spinning group. They have like all sorts of crafts there, not all sorts, but some like really traditional crafts. And they have their markets. They have like seasonal occasions. There will be markets for that. And after 3 years of no Christmas markets, and Christmas markets are a big thing in Germany. After 3 years of no Christmas markets because of COVID, now they had their marketing, and has it been 3 years? Did we lose out on, yeah, no. I think we lost out on 2 years of Christmas markets, not on 3. Anyway, so this year they are doing it and we went because I said there is no way that we're going to miss that, because we have really been longing to go to that market over those last years, and we couldn't, and I was okay, but now we can. And so we did. Okay. And I got a few things there in terms of gifts for my family. And I got a few things on Saturday in different stores. Oh, goodness, that was horrible. But I really ran through those places and then I ran back home. But first, before I forget it again, like last time, I want to show you what I got in my advent calendar, in my mini calendar. Hi, Claire. And thank you, Claire, because I've really been enjoying this. So this, I think, was December 2nd. This is a DK weight. Gray with speckles and orange and sort of purple, purple, light blue. The colorway is called Sweater Weather, and it's by Explorer Knits and Fibers. So it's a DK weight. December 3rd was another pinky, cream, and a little bit gray one. It's called Wonderment by Skein Yarn. Hold on, as I rearrange this. I hope you can see this. So it's a beautiful, not speckly, but variegated yarn, really. Oh, there's green in there too, or teal. So, and then speaking of teal, just one of my favorite colors. So gorgeous. This is called Wish by Hedgehog Fibers Skinny Singles. So this is a single ply yarn. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I hope it comes through on the camera. And then I'm going to be opening day 5 with you today. So excuse the crinkling. It's going to be over in no time at all. Oh, so there's peppermint and licorice tea in there. She's including tea in every bag, so that is real fun. So I got myself 2 calendars, a tea advent calendar and a yarn advent calendar with that one. Yarn Trader, never heard of that dyer. This looks beautiful. Look, it's a sort of lilac-y rose color. So a pink color with a hint of a purple in there, a lilac, or just a little bit of blue in there. Beautiful. I love this. So this is my edit. Oh no, there's more in there. Oh man. Oh, Claire. This is gorgeous. I hadn't even seen this now. Oh man, she included a pin. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh, that is so fun. She included a pin, and it's a yarn bowl that's turned into a globe. So for our knitting, that goes around the globe, right? That unites all of us. Oh man, that is so fun. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying my calendar as much as I'm enjoying yours, because this is a real treat. I'm not going to make this into an acquisition segment that is going to return, because I purposefully don't have one of those. I mean, this is not a podcast now anyways, but in the podcast, I don't want a sort of regular acquisitions segment because I don't want to put incentives out there in the world for you to buy more stuff because I don't think you need it. And I don't think it makes sense. And I think I'm in Germany and the things that I buy here may not be the things that you want to buy, have to buy in the States or wherever you are. But many knitters are in the States or in Canada. And you may have wonderful options and alternatives wherever it is that you live. So this entire idea behind an acquisition segment is sort of, I feel a little uncomfortable with it. Not that I want to judge it when other people do it. Don't get me wrong. Like, there is no judgment in this at all. I'm just saying that I don't quite feel like this is something that I want to do. But now I thought it might be fun to talk you through sort of what I got over the weekend and the thoughts behind that. I went to a store that I never know what it's how you pronounce it. So Strene Grene, I would say, but I don't know if this is a Danish store. It's sort of taken over. So, I've seen it in Denmark too, but that doesn't have, that doesn't say anything. So this is a little box of stitch markers, and this is circles. So that's what it looks like. Circles, or like these little rings, smaller ones, bigger ones, and the light bulb stitch markers. And I thought you can always use those. So the light bulb ones are those, obviously, and then these are the bigger rings. And then there are smaller ones that are pretty small. So you have to have a very fine needle, but maybe for a sock project, that would actually work. I got this little box of notions because you can always use those. And I find myself thinking, I wish I had more light bulb stitch markers on a regular basis. So, and I love the golden ones just because they pop out of your knitting, so you see them. I got at the same shop marshmallows for my boys because we rarely ever have them. I love marshmallows, I really do. And in one fiber share package, Kim, I think it was you. Yes, it was your lovely, beautiful package. There were marshmallows included. They were so good. Like, never had such good marshmallows. I still dream about them, and it's been a few years. That was pre-COVID, right? Remember those times, pre-COVID? And I got those small marshmallows so that we can have hot cocoa in the morning and just put them in, because I thought that would be a real treat for them. We usually don't do that. We don't even serve hot cocoa in the morning. So I thought that would be real fun. And they might be so excited about this that I could actually turn this into something that is in their advent calendar. Like, put a little letter in there telling them that today we're making hot cocoa with marshmallows, and they would flip out. I think it's a really good idea. Next, I got a few stamps. Are these called stamps? I think they are. For the dinosaurs for the boys. I hope you can see this. So I hope it's focusing. So there's a little dinosaur and another one for my boys, because sometimes we're journaling together or they like to stamp on stuff. And then for me, there's a tiny little sweater on there. So I thought that would be fun for journaling. On the topic of journaling, I got myself another little notebook, just a tiny little notebook. I love the colors, and it's just a little notebook. And they have a line that is called Anna and Clara. That's also where my cotton yarn for my dishcloths comes from that same store, and it's called Anna and Clara's cotton or whatever, I don't know. And so here, this is Anna and Clara's paperwork, and both of those names hold a really special place in my heart. So they sort of have me with that branding, really. But yeah, I can always use a small notebook because I work my way through them. So yeah. And then I got something fun for my boys. We've used these before. We have 4 of those pens with a slightly bigger tip. And we use them for painting stones or rocks because they've collected like little stones and rocks from on our trips to Denmark. And yeah, and many of them we got with the intention of painting them and writing on them so they could gift them or include them in little packages or put them on their windowsill and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they love, what's it called? Silver and gold. So I got them silver and gold. They're going to get one in each of their advent calendar mittens. So they're going to get one each. And then we can paint some festive stones because we have yellow, red, sort of a turquoise color, and purple. Which after I got them, I figured it was really 90s colors. I really got inspired by the 90s when I bought those. But anyway, so now we have silver and gold. I wanted to get a very pale pink, but what they had was too much of a bubblegum situation, so I didn't get it. But it doesn't matter at all. So I got those for the boys, and they're going to be thrilled. No, hold on. Got another thing. That was so cute. I told you about how my boys, especially my middle son, are so excited about construction and about building stuff and about screwing things together and about getting their hammer out and, you know, all those things. And I found an eraser. It looks like this. So you can actually screw this thing off, this orange thing. It's cute. So this is going to go into the advent calendar, and the other one is going to get something else. But isn't that fantastic? I thought it was so fun. And they're painting a whole lot. So they paint and draw a whole lot. So I thought they can use these, and it's just so fun. And yeah, as a sort of lead up to the bigger gift that I talked to you about, so with the construction pieces and so on, I thought that was just fun. I got embroidery, what's it called? Embroidery fabric. Surprise! It's called embroidery fabric. Also from this Anna and Clara line, but I only see that now. So it looks like this. It's a sort of a linen, yeah, it is linen or jute. What is that in English? Jute? Is that how you pronounce it? So it's like a linen fabric, and I don't know what it's like to do cross stitch on there. So this is a little bit, has a little bit of an irregular structure to it. I don't know how else to put it, but this is a little, well, not as even. Also with regard to how the spaces in between the woven strands are placed, like, does that make sense to you? But this is not as evenly distributed, sort of, as one of those fabrics that you buy, especially for stitching, that are not cotton, right? But that are a little stiffer, which I don't really enjoy them. And sometimes they have, these holes are so far apart that you get really, like that, I think it's almost for kids, that you have really big cross stitches. So I thought this might be fun. Also, I don't mind when it's not 100% accurate stitching, because I think it makes it look more handmade and more sort of, what's the word, organic. And not as much of a headache, not as constructed, but more as if it was produced in the flow, right? Does that make sense to you? So I thought I want to try this for stitching and embroidery. And you can tell I'm not a stitcher or embroiderer, but I do have a few materials that I need. I had every intention of cross-stitching Christmas ornaments for this year. Didn't get around to doing it. That's what's like with very small kids in the house, so as they get older, I will be able to carve out more and more time for that. So I got that embroidery fabric for those occasions. Then I got one of those thingies that you put on your pot. to melt chocolate in, but I'm not going to use it for chocolate. I'm going to use it for wax because I told you before, if you've been watching, that we are collecting remnants of wax, like leftovers. Then we're melting them in a hot water bath. They melt down, and then we can pour new candles. And the boys like this a lot, especially my middle son. He really enjoys that. And we've been melting, last week when he was still sick at home, we've been melting wax and pouring candles, and we made 2 candles for the graveyard, for my stepfather's grave, so that we can. So we poured into those red containers, into those plastic containers, because I don't like to buy them and throw them away after we've used them once. And I don't often put a candle there at all. But for Christmas and New Year's, I wanted to put a candle there. And so we had so much wax that we used it for those candles as well. And then we poured a whole lot of candles for our house and for well, gifts really. I think the boys can gift those candles because we don't need as many. So we poured them in little glasses and like jam glasses or whatever. And in the process, we have a little aluminum can, sort of, like you would use to froth milk, right? That we use especially for wax, but it has spilled so much that in the end the entire pot was covered in wax. That was just a very thin layer, but it's a pain to get that off. And it's a pot that we use for food, so my husband did manage to scrape that off, and so I'm very glad, I'm very happy I found this. So I grabbed this because this is what we're looking for, not that little can, really. Okay, ooh, and then I got something fun that I'm going to use, I think, tomorrow, because, yes, I wanted to tell you this, because tomorrow is the 6th, obviously, and the 6th of December is a big day in Germany. So on the 6th, Saint Nicholas comes, Nikolaus, and he brings the kids, well, all kinds of good stuff. So he brings them, usually, in our family, it used to be nuts, oranges, and, well, chocolate. What are they called? Gingerbread, and those like cinnamon stars, like those traditional German Christmas treats. And what the kids do is on the night of the 5th, so today, they clean their shoes or their boots and put them in front of the door. So they really have to look top notch. Like, they really have to do a good job. And we don't help them, so they have to clean their boots or their shoes. And then they put them in front of the door when they go to bed. And in the morning, when they wake up, and they're lucky, Nikolaus has been there and he's filled them with, well, candy, fruits, nuts, chocolate, if you're really lucky, with a gift. And for Nikolaus, I think you really only get a very small gift. So they get a little something, but emphasis on little. But they have, I have always enjoyed an actual little gift on Nikolaus so much when I was a kid. And so they also get a little something, but nothing too fancy. It's not supposed to be a sort of gift party. It's just supposed to be an extra treat for them. And I found these little, and I'm afraid I will have to iron those, even though I said I don't iron ever. And I don't like ironing, but these are so crumpled. But I found these little bags, and aren't these cute? So this is a little Santa or Nikolaus, because they virtually look the same, or almost. I got 2 of those, second one, and then a deer, look, with antlers. Isn't that cute? It's got antlers. And I think this is going to be for my daughter, and the Santas are going to be for my sons. And I'm just going to put whatever it is that they get in terms of a gift in there. Obviously, these bags are much too big, but they get one book that they're going to share. Maybe I'm only going to put this in there. We'll see. I'm definitely going to use these for Christmas because I want to avoid wrapping paper, and I thought these are perfect. You can pull them out every year, but there's a chance I might use them tomorrow. I will decide later on when I prepare this. The entire shebang for tomorrow for Nicholas. And one last thing that I got yesterday at the Christmas market are these two Christmas balls that I got for myself because I enjoy them. So they look like this. Oops. So I hope you can see this or could see this. So this is green snowflakes and this is just a little print. And these are, I don't know what, ceramic, I assume. So yeah, these are going to go on our tree, and yay. I can't wait. I thought these were lovely, and I hardly buy any Christmas decorations, but this I really wanted. And then I can show you a new cast on because I finished the calendar for my daughter. I finished the advent calendar the day before yesterday, so that would have been the 3rd, on the night of the 3rd. So yesterday I didn't do a lot of knitting, but I cast on something new in the morning, and in the afternoon I knit, well, a total of 3 rounds on my sweater for my advent sweater knit along. So if you do want to join, it's all about knitting a sweater during Advent, and whether or not you finish it by Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating, it doesn't matter at all. For me, that knit along is just to serve as a sort of reminder to knit on that sweater. And if it's 3 rounds, then yay for those 3 rounds, right? So just so that I don't get lost in all of the 5,000 things you have to do or want to do during Advent, and organizational stuff, and new yarn coming in terms of the calendar in my case, or there's even a Christmas party at my local yarn store that I would really like to go to next Saturday, but that would obviously entail a yarn purchase, which I don't know if that makes sense at all. So stay tuned for that. I don't know how this is going to go. But yeah, so I needed a little reminder to work on my sweater so as to make progress. It's a festive sweater in my case, and I don't think I'm finishing it by Christmas, but that is totally okay. I'm going to be very excited for it when it's finished. I'm going to wear it when it's finished. So I'm working on the sweater, and this is a colorwork, an all over colorwork sweater that I work on when I sit down at night after the kids are in bed, or when I have a longer period of time that I can concentrate on the sweater. But for those moments in between where you just want to grab something mindless, I cast on something new. If you want to join in on the knit along, it's totally no fuzz. It's totally unofficial, and whips are allowed. I don't care how far long your sweater is, really, as long as you work on it during December, you're in, right? So if you do want to join, use the hashtag AdventSweaterCal on Instagram. I hope I'll remember to put this down in the description box for you. All the places where you can find me and my project pages and so on are going to be down there as well, like the Ravelry group. So if you do want to join the Ravelry group, I do have threads there for the knit alongs because I'm also running a mend along, and I have something I desperately need to mend because my Siri sweater that I was wearing in the previous videos is coming undone around the hem. So I don't know what happened there really, but I do remember that it's happened before with that sweater. So it might be the yarn in that spot where it wears thin. I don't know. I'll talk about that when I get to mending that. But yeah, do come over and join the Ravelry group. That would be so much fun. A few people have joined, but there is so much room for you guys. So please come and chat and put your projects on there. Let me know what you're knitting on. Let me know what you're mending. Let me know what you have finished possibly down the road. Yeah, so that would be so much fun. I'm really excited for everyone who joins. So now this is my new cast on. This is a bag that that I got gifted, so it's hand sewn. That I got gifted in a run of Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted years ago, though. It might have been pre-COVID even. And that was fun because my boys have shorts that my mother-in-law has sewn for them out of the whale fabric. I think it's so cute, so I was really excited to have a bag with that fabric included. And so I got Nicole C. Mendez self-striping yarn because every year I want to get the Cozy Knitter Advent self-striping skein, the 24 stripes of Christmas or whatever it's called. But I'm in Germany and I would have to pay a whole lot for shipping, and the yarn doesn't come cheap, which I'm not criticizing. It's hand-dyed self-striping yarn, so I'm assuming it's a whole lot of work. So I'm not saying it's not supposed to be that expensive. I'm just saying it is pretty expensive, and if I have to pay for shipping here, it's a commitment, right? Or it's a very expensive sort of pair of socks. I'm still hoping that one year I get to do that, that I will just decide that this is going to be my Christmas gift to myself. But I've always wanted to do this, and never in the moment when I would have to have ordered it felt the urge that I needed to really like purchase it. And then one year she wasn't shipping to, or is this coming from the States or is it coming from the UK? Might be that she's in the UK, because last year she wasn't shipping to Germany, and that might have been because of Brexit, but I may be talking rubbish now. But anyway, so I have never gotten it. And I enjoy the idea of a stripe a day or a stripy sock during Advent as a sort of vanilla project, a mindless project that you can just work on, and you can just pull out and work on. And also the routine of the stripes as your companion through Advent. I love routines, and I really need routines, so that is something that really like fits my mindset and my personality. And I thought because there is a hand dyer who dyes self-striping yarn in Germany that I really like, and she's called Nicole C. Mendez. You may have heard of her. And I thought I'm just going to get a skein of her yarn, and then I'm going to knit my Christmas socks with that. And I wanted to get something very Christmassy, and I always think this is called Gingerbread House, but it's called Christmas Cookies for some reason, because I think this colorway screams Gingerbread House, but there is nothing I can do about that. So I'm going to show you the yarn all caked up. It's not in a skein anymore. I hope you can see this. So this is a very caramelly brown, then a minty green, but a colorful mint, white, and a salmony red. So yay. I've not started the skein, as you can see, but I have started the cuff in a contrasting color, and that is white. So I've been debating which color to go with. No, hold on. So this is 2.25 millimeter needles, 60 stitches. These are going to be socks for me. I cast on with an old Norwegian or German twisted cast on a 2.5 millimeter needle, because that's what I do. I find a long tail cast on much too snug, and I can't make it so that it's more flexible. So I go with the German twisted because I did a 2x2 rib. I usually do a tubular cast on because that is so stretchy, but it doesn't work for 2x2. It only works for 1x1. So here I go with Plan B and cast on with a 2.5 millimeter needle, 60 stitches with a German twisted, and then in this case, because I forgot, I knit about 3 rounds, and then I switched to the smaller needle. Otherwise I would knit like 1 round and then switch back, or only use it for the cast on. But I feel like if I knit another round, it allows for a bit more stretch, because I have very high arches and stretch is just of the essence. So that's my cast on. That's my yarn. And the contrasting color is the white that I pulled out of my daughter's mitten advent calendar, the Julevotter. And I debated putting in the blue because that would have also been a match, I think. I don't know. I think I'm going to include blue because they have a, this is, Jawohl sock yarn. It's a commercial sock yarn. And they come with a little spool of very fine, very sturdy yarn that you hold double for the heel, right? So to reinforce the heel. It's much finer than this fingering weight yarn. So I thought I would hold that the tiny little yarn, that fine yarn on the spool, double with the white for the heel. I don't know if that's going to be how that's going to look. It's going to be a marred look. Yeah. It could be good. It could be not so good. So I will have to try it out and see. But I thought this was also a good option. But in the end, I loved the white better with these colors. To not take anything away from their Christmassy-ness, from their Christmas vibes. So yeah, that's the project that I cast on, and I gifted half the skein to my friend Francie, who can, if she wants to, join in and also knit a stripy sock pair with a contrasting color, because it's only about 50 grams. So I have a little less than 50 grams and she has a bit more, but it might not last for an entire sock. But if you have contrasting colors, it definitely does. Yeah, so that is my Advent knitting that I started. And that I'm very excited, that I'm really unreasonably excited about. Okay, and as I look around myself, there is nothing more here that I wanted to show you in terms of stuff that I got for Advent calendars and for my boys and for my making. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll just see whether or not I manage to collect a few more snippets throughout the day. And then I'm going to put up the video. I think I'm going to edit it tonight, and I'm going to put it up for you for your viewing pleasure for tomorrow. So people, enjoy your knitting, enjoy your making, enjoy your Advent. Have it cozy and nice wherever you are. And I'm going to be back over the next few days with another Vlogmas episode. I don't know if I'm going to be talking to you again before I upload this video, so I'm going to say my goodbyes now. Take care, happy knitting. Do join the Mend-along and the Knit-along if you want to, and please do join the Ravelry group if that is something you're at all interested, because that would be so cool to, you know, have a community there, and also for the Knit-along, Mend-along. That would be just so fun. So do consider it, and I see you soon. Take care. Bye, guys.